Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana is currently moving up further into this yellow target area as well. Compared to some other cryptos like Ethereum and Bitcoin, Solana actually has much more space in this yellow target area, yeah? So that is all based on the wave count, Fibonacci levels, and is further moving towards my target area actually. However, seems to be struggling a little bit at the moment. So we're going to take a look at that. But Solana also is moving here in a wave 4 in my view, like Bitcoin. And I did give you that target area since we started to move up here in this wave 4. And we did get there. And that area is sitting between $107. That's between the 0.214 Fibonacci level and the 0.5 Fibonacci level at $142. So in the current scenario, I do actually expect Solana to meet on to hit $128. And in a maximum case, yeah, I would consider this wave 4 very likely that it actually is wave 4, even if we go to $142. So it still has a lot of room to move higher in this current scenario. A whopping 22% actually it can move without making the current scenario unlikely. I would actually expect it to move higher towards this wave 4, $128. We talked about that in a previous video. So it is currently moving into that direction, so not anything too surprising here at the moment. I think Bitcoin is a bit surprising because it's moving a little bit stronger than I did expect in that move up, but also hasn't invalidated the current pattern or the current wave count. So we can see here that Solana is in this at least temporary uptrend for now. We now need to see how it's reacting. It generally has scope to the upside, but what it currently is reacting to, and that's why it might be struggling here to push much higher. To be fair, it moved quite a bit in the last few days, but I think it's not moving as much as Bitcoin. Let's quickly check that. No, it's not. It's actually not gained anything in the last 24 hours, as you can see here on CoinMarketCap compared to Bitcoin, which did move up further. And for Solana, this might be the case because here on the daily, we can see that Solana is hitting the 50 line on the daily RSI, which is quite meaningful, and it faces some resistance here, some temporary resistance. It's in no way overbought, yeah. Other cryptos like Bitcoin are already here on the RSI on the daily, so much more overbought. Solana hasn't performed that much in terms of the RSI, the momentum in the last few days, like some other cryptos, but it's still moving towards this next target level of $128. So of course, there are different scenarios as well. The most likely one that I would go with and that I'm very, that I expect still for Solana and other cryptos is here the final wave 5 down. People already get very bullish again, yeah, but Solana, for example, hasn't even crossed that descending trend line that you can see here. If I zoom out, you can see the descending trend line coming down there. Solana hasn't even broken that. Other cryptos have broken it. For example, Bitcoin and Ethereum. The reason for that is I think that Solana in this whole move down actually did come down quite a lot, especially in the most recent sell-off here in this wave 3. It did move down quite strongly. You can see that a lot of red candles, and it did even touch the lower part of that channel. Then started to move up, but not that strongly like, for example, Bitcoin. Solana is still in that channel. If it wants to break out of that channel, it needs to get to that level around $128. So if we were to break out of this channel today, it would even be a bit higher. I think it would be around $132, $133 where the price would need to go to. So it's still quite far away. And anything in this yellow target area is possible in the current scenario before we get another move down. Is it possible to just go through here? Yeah, of course it's possible. In my view, fairly unlikely. I would still remain with my primary view that we're coming down once more. But again, and I did say it so many times, we talked about this red target area up here. Yeah, and when we were coming down here, of course, people said it's not going to be possible and you're not going to see these lower levels. And to be fair, we did break below the $100 level. As I did indicate in previous videos, I always said the $100 for me is very likely. The 55 definitely possible, and we came down below 100. One of my buy orders triggered around $82 level, I think, and these buy orders I do share with channel members, so that was absolutely the low. So even if in a scenario Solana is now going up. I think on the channel, everybody who's following me with my buy orders or did dollar cost average in at the current levels in this red target area, because that is what the red target area indicates, basically the level where at any point Solana could turn around and could complete its correction. It has obviously come into that area and is now starting to move up. So we're currently at the moment in this wave 4, again similar to Bitcoin, a little bit at a tipping point where we need to see what's going to happen in the next few days, because this yellow box is really the decision area where we could get a decision. Are we going to really see that wave 5, which I still primarily expect, or are we actually going to go higher? But even in that case, yeah, we'd be prepared on this channel, which is fantastic because the buy orders triggered at very attractive price levels. So yeah, these are the levels I'm currently watching out for. So should we see a strong reaction to that $128 level, then yeah, then we could come down without a problem here once more to the previous low at around $80, or depending on how strong that Bitcoin sell-off is, and it would be quite strong, then we could also see here the $55, which is the lowest level of that red target box. So it will be a very exciting week, very interesting, and I'll definitely keep you updated. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And again, if you really like the content, then maybe consider to join as a channel member. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.